man. That'd be so messed up. It
Quan.
won't happen. It won't happen, but you know what I would have loved to see if he came back in part 3?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Melissa. I would love if we got to see a scene between Kyler and Quan. That would have been so fun.
You know what? Quan does give me that Kyler vibe a little bit. When he was putting his hands on Tori, it did give me Kyler vibes for a second.
Yeah. It's
like when Quan was putting his hands on Tori, I was like, yeah, that's Kyler doing that to Sam.
Hand
Flashback.
around.
Let me get you a right, Melissa.
Doesn't that give you the flashback, Joe? Where Quan's putting his hands on Tori, and that's a flashback of Kyler and Sam?
It does, actually.
I'm like, okay, Quan, you don't have to be Kyler 2.0. Calm down.
Can you imagine those two meeting? That would be so fun.
Yo, I don't know why. Kyler would be like, hey, this guy's an evil version of me.
He's like, yo, bro, you gotta let me win, man. And I don't win, my dad's gonna shit down my mouth.
Quan's gonna be like, what the heck? It's too funny, bro.
Hey, Derek the Geek.
What's up, Derek?
Hey, Bonsai. Yeah,
Oh, what's up, Melissa?
that would be funny if Kyler and Quan actually met.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That would be hilarious.
I would have loved that. I think that would just been so funny. Just like, oh my god, I would have loved to
Imagine if they fought.
That'd be
Imagine
Quan
if
is
they fought.
destroying Gaia.
I would love it. You want to come for the king?
Yeah,
You come for the
see one.
king? You better not miss. Oh.
Quan's like, I'm the king,
I
boy.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the king boy.
And I think Zara would be like the Yasmin with karate skills.
Imagine Zara
Oh
meeting
my
Yasmin.
god.
Speaking of Kenny, I was gonna mention something. I'm gonna be doing a big Kenny video probably tomorrow that I was gonna talk to you guys about. I have a pretty wild prediction I just thought earlier today.
Okay.
I think Kenny's gonna go fucking far in this tournament.
I agree.
Yeah, I do too.
Like I just have a feeling like after they made him like get shit on so bad, I think he's about to come to this tournament and be like,
He's gonna beat Dimitri Devin.
Yeah.
Like those two. And he's gonna get there far.
why are you hyping up like he only is a minor character with no backstory? We're just
Who
excited.
cares if he's not? Who cares? He's just a character, bro. And we're not hyping up Quan. Like we're just giving our predictions.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Sorry.
No, we're just excited for these new characters they introduced because we're enjoying this story, and Quan is an awesome new character, and it's so refreshing to have a character on here that's trying to be a villain that isn't like, oh, you can't say that. Okay, give me one.
I agree. Here's the thing, Joe. I want to say
Yeah,
something about Quan real quick. Hold on.
Here, I'll send it to him. Hold on.
I hope Quan is irredeemable. I don't want them to redeem Quan because he's too.
Oh
evil.
yeah. I don't think he's gonna do. I don't think that they're gonna do that.
I hope that too, because one thing I was going to make a video about was, I'll be honest, and I might be alone in this. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine in the storytelling. I love the trailer, but when the trailer came out, I didn't know anything about Axel except for what was being talked about in the leaks, and I know that there was the whole leaked pictures a while ago of Axel and Sam, but I was so sure from like the leaked photos and stuff that footage that Axel was just going to be, being a puppet and was going to be like someone just trying to manipulate Sam, and like, because I really liked the idea of if Iron Dragon was evil, I wanted it to be an evil girl and an evil guy like we'd never seen. But since we're getting Quan and we're going to get so much of Quan, I'm okay if we have a one.
That's the thing. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Quan, and here's the thing, Joe. I agree with you because Quan and Zara have to be the villains, right? Quan and Zara, those two team villains.
So I kind of wish they would have like.
Actually, sorry, Joe.
I wish this was like before I saw the trailer. This was kind of my thoughts after seeing the trailer. Reflect on it, knowing that we got Quan. I'm happy that I think that he's going to be a bit more of a gray character, just to kind of see what they do with it.
Yeah, actually, and I also wanted to bring up something because Cobra Kai World and we talked about this last night. we said that the relationship, the non-romantic relationship that Axel and Sam might have with each other might be might be similar to the one that Daniel and Jessica have with each other
I could
in
see.
Karate
That's a
3,
good reference.
I
Man.
like that.
Yeah,
where
that's good.
it's not romantic; they're just friends.
I actually like that,
Yeah.
Melissa. That's a good one.
That's a really
Yeah.
good. And that's really cool. I like the way that you thought of that. I think that's a really good way to look at that.
You know my.
Ooh,
Oh, we lost Tyrell.
Oh, you gotta come back.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he'll come back.
Yeah, he was about to
Yeah.
say something, and yeah, he dipped out.
Yeah, he was gonna say something.
We'll
Yeah,
wait.
he was getting ready to say
Yo,
something.
Joe, can I say something real quick?
Yeah,
Next
go ahead.
Friday, man. Next Friday is gonna be crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Next Thursday's gonna be crazy.
Oh, it's gonna be wild.
Yeah, like basically, like we're gonna be
Hey,
here
Tyrell.
and you're
Oh,
back.
yeah, so-
Yeah,
So
you're
what
you're
we're gonna-
trying
what
to
we're
say
gonna
something
something.
happened with something happened with my internet. So yeah, as I was saying, something I'd like to share about my thoughts on Axel is that kind of similar to what I said in the past. I think like Axel will start out bad where he's gonna be trying to lure manipulate Sam and lure her over to the Iron Dragons under the orders of Sensei Wolf, but ultimately his friendship with Sam will be enough for him to turn away from Iron Dragons and become a good guy that will join
I
the
like that.
Agito later on.
Yeah.
I agree, Tim. No, like
Because I agree that Quan should be the main bad guy for the males, and then Zara should be the main threat for the females.
I just kind of like had the idea of like I was kind of hoping that the way that they had built out the idea of these different dojos, I kind of wanted to show this angle that obviously there's people that like want to win it and want to like have their own glory and all these other things for the tournament, but I really would have liked to have each of these dojos, even dojos that had nothing to do with Cobra Kai, because let's be honest, right? Iron Dragons is evil, but we know the reason that Iron Dragons is evil is because of who is really in charge of it.
Wait, Joe.
Yeah.
You know how you mentioned evil? I think there's another dojo that's gonna be evil, and that dojo was actually in the poster. Tiger Strike.
I think Tiger Strike's gonna be evil too, because I'll tell you, I know we don't like to get into leaks and stuff, but I believe, even though Silver might manipulate it to some degree, I think that Tiger Strike's the one that starts the brawl.
Yeah, because Joe, Tiger Strike is in the poster. If you look at the background of the poster, they're like the main focus in the poster, so they gotta be
Well, man,
involved.
inside the dojo, they put a huge emphasis on Hawk beating their asses when the 2-on-1 with Hawk and Dimitri, and I think that they're definitely gonna. Yeah, the Spanish dojo, perhaps. That's another good point, Tim.
And
I
here's the thing, and Joe made a good point too about the brawl, because if you look back at the inside the dojo thing, if you look back at that footage, you can actually see Tiger Strike starting a fight with Hawk.
Yep. And if you think about it, if you look at the fight that he starts with Hawk, I wonder if, and I don't know if they meant to do this on purpose when they did that. Hey, for life, how you doing, man? I feel like they might have unintentionally, when they did put that footage together, not realized it because it's just a piece of it. But that fight between Hawk and the one Tiger Strike person, it doesn't look like any of the other tournament fights we've been known to expect.
Do you think they by mistakenly spoiled that for episode 10?
Possibly, because unless there's another reason why they fight, because maybe it's just like a snippet of what to expect, because that brawl is going to be so massive and focused on so many characters.
That tournament brawl might be bigger than the school fight from what I'm hearing.
Will be.
Yeah.
It'll be bigger than the dojo fight that we got in in episode 10 of season 5.
It's even the
Oh
school
my.
fight. The school fight was crazy. Like,
Well,
yeah,
one
like-
thing
Just
that-
imagine what the part 3 fight will look like.
One thing that I think
I know.
that could make it bigger is, and I'm glad that you mentioned this, is I know that it's going to be, the kids are going to be the ones starting this drama. One thing I thought about was that I was expecting, I would not be surprised when this brawl breaks up, because at first think the senseis are going to be level-headed and they might try to kind of keep their cool about it. But I do see I do see I do see the senseis eventually getting in on it.
you know
Like-
what, Joe? Can I mention something real quick?
Yeah.
You guys remember I told you about the Quan holding the knife thing? What if
Yeah.
that's a part of the tournament brawl?
It could be.
Maybe Quan is getting the knife. He's getting the knife. Quan's getting the knife, and he's gonna go try to hurt Robbie in the tournament brawl.
And maybe they tried to mislead us with that too. Maybe there is the shot. Maybe it is actually him with the knife. But maybe the stuff, like you said, there's multiple versions of that scene. Maybe they decided to go with the version where maybe he does use it, but they cut out the way that he did. Because that's what Brandon said. I'm kind of 50-50 on what's going to happen now.
Because here's the thing, Joe. I hope they use this. This is how I will picture it, right? The tournament brawl happens. Quan's like, Robbie, and he's getting the knife. He has the knife, and Robbie's like scared. He's like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no. And then Quan goes after him. He runs after him with the knife. Like, I can see that happen.
Hopefully,
People say, "Oh, Quan's not gonna do that." Quan is that evil to hold a knife and try to hurt Robbie.
Oh yes,
Hold
totally is.
MC Wolf, Zora, Axel, Diego, and Maria. Does anybody know? I don't think we know the name.
I don't think we know yet. We'll probably find out soon, though.
Yeah,
In watch part 2.
it'll be interesting. That's the one thing they really want us to focus on is the fact that there's all these different dojos.
No, that's not the cliffhanger. I
don't think
disagree with that.
I don't think he will expose him. You
First
guys
of all, Derek the Geek, Martin Cove literally said that there's so many times. He deals with Silver in part 3. He's not going to expose him.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to be an exposed moment. They're going to save if Kreese and Silver interact, they're going to save their big.
You know what I could see, Joe?
Yeah.
What if during the brawl? What if Kreese and Silver actually fight in the brawl, and then Silver beats him, and then Kreese is like, "This isn't over, Terry. I'll come back for you."
I wouldn't be surprised because they might build it up. Honestly, that would be a pretty sick one. I really don't think that anything they can do is really going to compare. Like whatever happens in this brawl, it's going to be crazy to see what they do with it.
Because I know a lot of people say, "Oh, Silver's going to go after Daniel." I actually disagree. I think he's going to go after Kreese in this tournament brawl.
You know what I think might also happen in this brawl that's kind of crazy? I know we've been talking about that maybe if the tournament goes to the next part, that like any sensei tournament type situation. Oh, did you guys see? Oh, he made a post on his story, Underground. What did he say?
Did he just do it, or did he do it a while ago? Let me try.
If the hotel fight doesn't happen, I'm going to be disappointed.
Here's the thing you need to understand, Dirk the Geek. You can't believe everything you see online, okay?
Yeah.
I think that was just a rumor going around.
Yeah,
I think the real brawl is going to be the tournament. That's the real brawl.
They want the brawl. I mean, because the brawl is going to have so much consequences. Because the brawl, I mean, from what we understand, if we've heard this information correctly, the information I have says that a fight breaks out, Gunner tries to get in the middle of it, and
I know what it is, Joe. You want me to tell you what it is?
One of the Tiger Strike dudes just.
Apparently, the Tiger Strike or Russian sensei or wherever it was, he goes up to Garner and he punches him in the face.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And then the other thing I was going to mention earlier before they mentioned the hotel fight was something I was thinking about, Chosen, is, like I said, the senseis might have to try and de-escalate this, but get in on it as well at some point. One thing I was thinking about was even if we do get some sort of, in part 3, some sort of sensei tournament face-off, because the way they're building it up in the trailer, you know what I thought about, Chosen?
Yeah.
I think Wolf and Johnny fight in this brawl against each other.
I'm going to tell you something, Joe. Can I tell you something? I hope this is not true.
Yeah.
Apparently, Wolf actually fights Daniel in this brawl.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that.
Ooh.
I'm okay with that.
That would be really cool. That I would love that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Wolf fighting Daniel in this brawl? Oh, I would love that. You know?
Oh, interesting. So he said, oh, interesting. So Underground says in his story, he hyped up the fans and he's like, "Are you ready for Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2?" And he takes a bow.
Man, I love Martin. You know what I want to like about Martin Cove? The way he hypes up the show. That's one thing.
Yeah, his teasers are always so good. Oh, man, I really like that, honestly. I really do. If that would happen.
Here's the thing, Jim. I heard he's fighting Daniel. This person never said anything about Johnny, though. So, you know what I think could happen? I actually had this theory, Joe. If this is true, if Wolf does fight Daniel, I think Wolf will beat him up. And Johnny will see that, and that's where he's going to really get mad.
I think they're going to, because I really do think, like you and I were just talking about, 7 days theory. I really do see I don't know what it is, but I really do see them saving Wolf and Johnny for part 3.
I mean, it's the last part. And it's the end of Johnny's journey. So
Yep, it would make sense. Like, I think that if we do get any form of Sensei finish thing, I could really see Johnny and him having that moment to get that tiebreaker set up, and them, because remember, there is, even though we can say what they want about leaks, there is that scoreboard. It does exist.
yeah, that scoreboard is real. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people wouldn't believe it, but I
agree. I think it's real too. Also, I have a theory that Silver could potentially make Zara versus Sam brutal.
He's not going to delay that fight. I think he's going to delay Axel and Robbie's fight. I think that's what Silver's going to delay.
He might.
Because Axel and Robbie, you know what I think could happen, Joe? You know how Axel is beating Robbie like 4-0?
Yeah.
I could see where he gets to 5 point, and then maybe that's where Tiger Stripe interrupts it.
That might happen.
And then, oh my, I can just picture this scene, Joe. I can picture it now. I can picture the scene where you see him beating up Robbie 5-0, and then you see Tiger Stripe coming out of nowhere, and everyone's fighting, and Axel throws Robbie to the side, and then Quan picks him up. He's like, "Hey, Robbie, I'm gonna destroy you for eliminating me."
Yeah. Something I thought about that actually kind of makes sense that I'm actually starting to think about. Have we seen the senseis for Tiger Strike?
I don't know.
Because something
I don't think so.
thinking about is, even if he wasn't a sensei, how messed up would it be? Because we know he has the money for it, right? We know he's got connections to Iron Dragons, but what if Silver's connections go deeper and he has more than one dojo?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
You know what I could see, Joe? You give me an idea. Maybe Silver tells Tiger Strike to interrupt the tournament.
I think he could. He has the money to bribe them. He easily could do it. It's not hard.
Bro, this second part might actually be better than I thought.
That's a dumb theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
a dumb theory. That's a dumb theory.
He would not be crying because he fought his.
I think, you know what I think it is? I just think he's worried for Robbie. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I could see that. Going from yelling at
Yeah,
his
I
thing,
can see it.
comment being captain.
Or maybe,
Are you
or
okay?
maybe Sam gets injured.
Those are my two options. Sam getting injured, and he's worried for Robbie.
No,
Yeah,
you
I don't know though about. I mean, I don't know necessarily about Sam because like Watch Party brought up something really interesting, that if it was Sam getting injured, that would make Miguel angry, not like
true.
crying.
That's
So, Melissa,
true.
I have a question. Do you think it could be where he's worried for Robbie and he wants to make sure he's okay?
Because you know what I was.
Yeah, I think so. I think it could be that.
I was just thinking about this. You know what it might be, even if, because we know he might probably lose that match anyway. Here's something I thought about. We saw from the trailer how dangerous the blow is. What if the fight with Axel and Robbie is so bad that even though he does eventually power through and get stronger, but Robbie might need to take some sort of healing because it is a brutal blow. Like, you see the way.
Yeah, like Axel's not going easy on the fight. You can tell he's going hard. Well, I do think that fight, Joe. I'm gonna say something crazy. Yeah, I could be wrong. I think that fight with Axel and Robbie is episode 10.
I think so too. I think Robbie got attacked by a knife.
Because Robbie's actor Tanner said that his best episode, his favorite episode, was episode 9. So that's probably when he beats Quan. But episode 10 is when he fights Axel.
Yeah, like he beats Quan. Hold on, he beats Quan, right, Taro, in episode 9, and then episode 10, Axel's like, "Hey, Robbie, I know you beat Quan, but you didn't beat me." Punches you in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, they might pull something like that. That's definitely possible.
I do think that, you know what I think could happen, Joe? I think this is how the structure is going to go. I think the beginning of episode 10 will be that fight, right? And then the back half will be the tournament brawl.
Yep. I think so too. I think that's likely. Man, I was wrap my head around. Like, I almost wasn't going to do a video on it because I wanted to see, but man, like, because what I wonder now about is, because we still have that picture chosen, of Daniel in that hall, in that alleyway with the blood, right?
Yeah.
But then even before the brawl, we know that we're going to see Wolf in that cage before that brawl. So I'm still wondering what's going to go on with Wolf when we first meet him. compared to like if he fights. How do they build up Daniel? Because Daniel's not someone that will just join a brawl and just get them. Johnny's someone that will get in a brawl. And
You know what I think could be, Joe? You know what I think is gonna happen? I think that the determined brawl is where Wolf is gonna reveal that he knows Silver, and that's where Daniel gets mad about it.
insane. That would be insane for brawl. Can you imagine that, honey? If like he's like they're fighting, and then you see Wolf getting in Daniel's face and be like, "Silver's here," and like
And then Daniel just tries to destroy Wolf, but Wolf dodges it, and he just kicks him in the face.
maybe it's a few far-fetched theory, but when Miguel is crying with Johnny, he's telling him about what happened.
I feel like Johnny already knows about that, though.
Yeah,
I feel like Johnny should know about that by
we
now.
do know Daniel will be unfocused. That is definitely something we are.
Yeah, because Daniel, here's the thing. I feel like Daniel will be really unfocused, especially with the Mr. Miyagi stuff. He's gonna be really unfocused.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely gonna. That definitely seems like that could definitely play a part. Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting. I'm really interested because when you look at the timing in the trailer of like, there's moments like when Johnny gives his big speech to the kids towards the end of the trailer, Daniel's like not shown as much, and you would expect Daniel to be giving those kind of speeches. So when Johnny says the line in the trailer, so let's wipe those ugly smirks off their face.
You know what I think could be that scene, Joe? I think that's probably the middle of part 2, because that's where they're gonna be locked in.
Something must happen with his with Daniel's Miyagi quest that makes him just not be there, because
maybe that's the episode where Daniel's like literally outside looking up because he's probably finding some clues and stuff. I think Daniel won't be determined that much. I think he's gonna be so.
I want to know when.
I don't think so either.
I want to know.
I really don't.
I want to know when he has his confrontation with. What episode do you guys think he confronts Kreese?
I think it's episode 8.
You think 8? Okay.
Yeah. Seems
episode
reasonable.
7 or 8, one of those two, right?
Do we still have a solid prediction on what we think why he goes after him like that, or?
I actually think Kreese runs into Daniel.
Okay, but why is Daniel so? But why is Daniel so mad? Like seeing him in this.
Maybe Kreese. I think Kreese. I'm starting to think that Kreese knows about the whole thing. I'm starting to think Kreese knows
about the Miyagi thing.
Yeah, because why would Daniel do that? Like the only way I could see is that he finds out. It's the only way I could see.
Either going to be he finds out and it's Miyagi related. Or...
You know what I think could be, Joe?
Yeah.
I think what it could be. I think Daniel gets a call from one of the kids about Quan jumping Sam, and then Daniel goes out to Kreese, and that's where it happens. Because I feel like Daniel would find out about Quan jumping Sam and Axel.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
That's so.
Man, this is so mystery. I feel like this whole second part is kind of mystery at the same time.
You know, I'll be honest. I feel like with part 1, we just from the trailers, we knew a lot more of what to expect. Where here, we really don't.
Yeah.
We know some things, but we don't know everything.
A lot of misleading leaks have been thrown at us, so we never know. They're doing that on purpose.
Okay, I'm gonna just say something right now. When we watch part 2, when we finish it, I swear, if these leaks are actually real, I'm gonna laugh so hard and be like, "Oh my god, no way!"
But also,
there's no way these leaks are real.
But if it is, though, Melissa, if it is, I'm gonna just laugh so hard. I'm gonna apologize to the leaker too, because I was doubting him so much.
That's possible.
Because you never know. There's some things in the trailer that he was right about. We'll say. And Joe, you know what I'm talking about.
Just know that context is everything. So like it's how the leaks are presented to us.
But here's the thing, Joe. Before the trailer came out, the guy did say that there's gonna be a brawl that breaks out. He's actually kind of right about that. The term brawl. He is kind of right about that.
I mean, there could be things in here that, like, it's all about your interpretation. So there could be things like that the leaks tell us, but we might be only looking at a fraction of the piece.
I feel like some of the leaks are real. Some of them. I don't think
because
all
some of the information out there with some of the leaks that we have, not all of it lines up. So, like,
I was like, yeah, maybe some of them are real, but then there's other things that could be fake. Like, I feel like I'm 50-50 with the leaks.
I'm not a big believer of Daniel getting kidnapped by.
Well, don't give me some of that. I'm like, whoa, what? I mean, he's on the tournament, so he's probably like, Imagine, yo, Joe. Imagine how funny would it be if the Spanish mafia is actually Hector.
Oh God. If it was Hector, I'd believe it a bit more.
Hector's like, "Hey, Danny boy."
I don't think he would know Daniel, but Johnny, that
I'm
would
sorry.
make
I'm
sense.
just, I'm just making stuff up to be funny, you know.
They did put fake stuff out there. I do think there are some fake things definitely out there. And
There is
Yeah,
some fake
that's why-
days. I will say that Anthony.
That's why I don't take any. That's why I don't take any of the leaks that I see seriously. I choose not to believe them until it comes until part 2 gets released.
I'm
I'm just
honestly
thinking about
surprised
it.
when they had to look for it at first. I'm honestly surprised we got any shots in the trailer of Kenny at the tournament because I would, even though we had pictures of that, I still would am just very surprised that they allowed that to be shown in the
Yo,
trailer.
Joe, can I mention something that we found out about
Yeah.
the fake leak of Quan dying? I know, I don't believe that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't believe that, but I can't picture that scene happening. I don't know why. I just can't. Like, so
Yeah,
what
there's no way that leak.
wait,
There's
so
no
what
way
does
that
he?
leak is
Hold
real.
on, Joe. What does he do?
There's
He
no
does a
way.
540 kick, right? And then he trips on the knife. Is that what they said?
Yeah, that's what they say in the thing.
And then
Yeah.
it goes for the
There's no way Quan's dying in this tournament.
No.
If
There's
he
no way
does
Quan
die,
is dying.
can I be honest, Melissa? If he does die, I'm not gonna feel bad for him. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling that for him at all.
If you
Yeah,
die,
no, but I don't think he's dying.
earned your no. That's
There's no way. You don't hype him up the way that you have been just to have him die.
I mean, Melissa, you gotta
In part
understand,
2.
they didn't really hype him up. I feel like people are using that word such
Well,
a
they
term.
did kind of because
Yeah, in part 1, but they
look
didn't
at
hype him
episode
up.
3.
Yeah, just in part 1, just in because I talked to one of my friends on
Right.
Discord. They're like, why are people saying they hype up Quan? They never hyped him up they only hyped him up in one episode. They didn't hype him up throughout the series.
I
I'm
know
like,
you can't really say, but without spoiling anything, did you get any did you ever get messages back from those people?
not yet,
Okay, still nothing. Got it.
because I feel like I just
Oh,
don't
hey,
like.
did you ever hear? Did you ever hear back from Joe? Did you ever hear back from the sweepstakes kind of
I have not
I know-
heard anything from them. So my plan is I'm going in completely blind with you guys on Thursday. I took work off, so we'll be watching it all together. I know nothing. I know the same amount as you guys do.
Okay, so I want to just bring out something because I was gonna say and my friend gave a good point. I was like, he's like, I don't get why people are overhyping Quan. Like, yeah, just because he gets defeated in part 1 doesn't mean he's like so cool or whatever. They were just hyping him up for part 1, which I agree. They were only hyping him up for part 1. Part 1. They never said anything about part 2. Yes, he's gonna be in part 2, but they never said they're hyping him up for part 2. I think the main focus of part 2 is the Iron Dragons, which we can all agree.
Yeah.
So Korean Cobra Kai part 1.
Because there's it's interesting because Brandon was hyping himself up quite a bit. So
Yeah, he probably likes his character, which I understand.
Yeah.
Brandon. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. The only way I could see Quan dying is if someone stabs him with a knife. That's the
Yeah.
only way I could see it.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could see it. There's
that
no
would
other way.
be the way.
But honestly, I don't think any of the kids are dying.
I
No.
think one of the kids are gonna die, like some kid in the
I think
tournament.
it's not as
Well,
important as
background character.
Like
but
Like a
not-
background character, like a kid who's
person because this tournament has to have stakes and like
yeah, like if they don't kill off anyone, I'm gonna be a little upset, Joe, because there's no way this is the set. They're telling me Brian Barnes told us that some people died, but no one died in this year's tournament. Because I want some people to die in this tournament. Like I'm not saying this a rude way, because I want this tournament to be so like level dark, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'll be honest. And maybe they just want to keep the surprise, but I don't think the trailer, outside of the shot of Axel and then the shot of Tori kicking the girl, I don't think that the trailer does this tournament enough justice than what we're gonna like. Like so many people were
I
saying,
could
"Oh,
only
it feels-"
imagine a lot more blood in this tournament, but not.
Like I feel like it. Yeah.
What if
It's good.
Tori? Wait, Joe, you know that shot where she kicks the girl in the face? What if Tori actually kills that girl?
I mean, it could happen.
Like she kicks him in the face, the blood comes out, she just falls off and dies, bro. That would be crazy.
You know,
Ooh.
I personally, I'll be honest with you guys, and I know this might make me sound like a horrible, like dark person. When I saw the mats off that super high weight challenge where you have the we have the Axel and Zara tag team match. You know the one I'm talking about, right? With the super high
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pissed
Yeah.
on the mats
Why?
because I think the mats takes the danger out of that out of that match. Because if you're gonna do like a high challenge like that, and we're bringing all the stakes onto this, if you fall, there should be a real chance that because you got to think that like King of the Hill, right? If you fall, you're out. Like landing on the mat, these are two of the most ruthless and most dangerous fighters, and whoever gets kicked off that balcony, they're gonna land on the nice soft mats, so they'll be fine. Like they might get kicked in the head a couple times, and also one thing I am concerned about that the leaks don't really give enough information about that I'm hoping that the show will elaborate on is they said this trailer not the trailer. They said this tournament is full contact, and I feel like we've only gotten like little glimpses of that.
Yeah, we need more of that. I don't care when it says, "Oh, but CVO, this is not a dark show." Who cares? Season 3 was dark. Why are you not complaining about that?
And you have to remember when Mike Barnes said what he said about the tournament, they wouldn't have Mike say these things, and we wouldn't not get to see them. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like people need to understand.
because I kind of have a feeling, and I was going to mention this to you, Chosen. I have a feeling that Iron Dragons has been around a lot longer than we think they have.
Yep.
Like I think the original, like maybe even Wolf way back in the day, right? I have a feeling that somebody in the past beat Mike's ass really bad in a global tournament from Iron Dragons. Like
Yeah.
That's a good theory, Joe. What the heck?
Yeah, I'm getting that
Well,
feeling too.
Yeah, it's possible, but didn't Mike say that he never competed? And he said that he never competed in the Sekai Tekai.
No, I'm talking just global tournaments in general. So I'm talking.
Oh yeah, I would say that.
Because
Do you think it's possible that maybe that Mr. Miyagi might have like in the Sekai Tekai might have almost killed somebody?
Possible.
And that's what made him so against the tournaments.
I still think that is definitely on the table. It depends how. That's kind of why I think the Mr. Miyagi stuff is going to be such a big.
And imagine if Silver finds that out first.
Yeah.
Imagine if Silver actually finds that out. Like, because think about it, if he's connected to the Iron Dragons, if he learns that Mr. Miyagi was once a part of that dojo, and he finds that out, he's going to use that to torture Daniel.
Oh my god, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Melissa watched the video. We did not.
Yeah, I want to mention something in the chat, Joe. Someone said in the chat, Cobra Kai's dark show. I 100% agree because season 3, you saw Hawk break Dimitri's arm. Season 5, Chosen nearly died from Silver. Like, you can't tell me they can't kill off kids in this tournament. Come on now.
Yes, they can.
I kind of want them to, because if they do that, then this is going to be the best tournament we have in the show. I'm going to just say that right now.
I mean, it has to be from what we remember from the notes that Strike said. He said that this has stakes.
Yes, we could see people die in this tournament. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll be like, oh, damn, you're going to see my reaction. I'm gonna be like, oh, God, bro, what the heck is this?
I mean, I do think that by the end of this, whatever happens during the brawl, I do think that someone at the end of this tournament, whether it be from a brawl or from a match, I do think this tournament will end in a way where someone is actually like getting dragged.
You know what I could see, Joe?
On like a.
What if you know how crazy it'd be, Joe, if someone actually died at the end of the brawl, and then Gardner's like, cut the feed, and then part 2 ends. Oh my god.
Well, I think not only will part 2 end that way. I still think that not only will a kid get killed, I think that somebody's taking Gunner out of the picture too.
Like, and I think that's where and then the TV turns off, and then part 2 ends. Imagine that cliffhanger, Joe. We have to wait for part 3.
But I kind of hope we don't want them to do that because they put that in the trailer. I want the cliffhanger to be something we didn't see.
Yeah, but Joe, we never really seen the full scene. That's not one thing.
That's true. They could spin it that way. I'd be fine with it. I just want to be.
I think Silver might. You know what I think they could do? This would be funny. Imagine someone kills Gardner and Silver comes into the TV. He's like, "Hello, everybody. now the real pain begins, and then the tournament ends,
You know,
and
I'm
then part 2 ends,
Oh,
actually,
God.
and then Amanda, and all the kids see Silver on TV.
Yeah, and
like
imagine you see him on the TV saying that, and then all of a sudden you see him starting to walk out on the map.
And then part 2 ends, because I feel like that's how part 2 is gonna end. It's gonna end with Silver saying something to the TV, and then the TV cuts, and then part 2 ends.
talking live TV.
Yeah, and actually,
I
when
like-
I could see him actually saying something similar to the speech that he made at the All Valley in the Karate Kid Part 3, and
Yeah.
then at the All Valley again in season 4 at the end of the tournament, like where he makes this big speech to everybody
Yeah.
about his dojo.
Yeah.
That could happen.
And then part 2 ends.
And everybody and Miyagi-Do is just looking like panicked, you know?
And then part 2. Imagine that's how part 2. Yo, if that's how part 2 ends, part 2's cliffhanger is gonna be better than part 1's cliffhanger.
Yeah, I
That's
just
how.
think it's out for blood. Like, so I think that immediately the moment if he does show up on TV, I think the first thing he's going to do, even if we can't find him because he's off somewhere else, I think he's immediately going to address Daniel right away. Like, I think the moment, even if we don't get a scene with Silver and Daniel, I think you're going to get Silver like, oh, and does anybody know where Danny Boy is? I have a message for him. And then just like, I just feel like he's going to immediately go for Daniel. Like, just immediately.
Ooh, you know what I thought of as well? What if he exposes Mr. Miyagi's reputation on TV to
Live
ruin it?
Oh my god.
Bro, that would be crazy, bro. Oh,
my
no.
God.
Yo, Silver's crazy, bro. He does not
Yeah.
care.
You know what would be even crazier? You know,
Would
it'd
you
be
say
even like you know what? Not necessarily crazier, but like, what if there's like, you know, that scene like where Sam is in the locker room and she sees Wolf hitting Axel. Like,
Yeah.
what if she sees like Silver like stepping out of the shadows and like he like reveals that he's been like working with the Iron Dragons this whole time to her,
Right?
like
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think
unknowingly.
Here's the thing. I don't think
But and then Sam goes out and tries to warn Johnny about Silver, but it's too late. Robbie's already Robbie's already on the mat with Axel, and
I love that theory, Melissa.
that
don't
would
get
be.
me
I mean,
wrong.
no, I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying
I
like
know.
that would
I
be
love that
crazy.
theory. I'm not saying it's gonna happen or not. I love that theory. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like no one's gonna find out until episode 10, the end of episode 10.
Probably not. You're right. Probably
really-
not.
I really want personally, as much as like it's great to have an individual moment with one person, I see Silver with the way that he is. He wants everyone in the world to know that he can't be stopped and that he is out. And this thing is Silver, like season 5 Silver was evil, but he knew like he was playing it smart and he knew like, you know, prison was a thing, all these things could happen. Anything was still like he has his way out of things, but he says in season 5 finale that he's not afraid to die.
Yo,
Still had things to lose.
I'm
With
looking
this
at the
Silver
chat.
stuff,
Sorry, Joe. I'm looking at the chat. Oh my god, that's a good theory. Look at what
Yeah.
that person's saying.
Just
And Jeff, oh.
That would be one of the perfect ways to include Julian at the end of part 2.
that would be a
So
pretty
watch.
Yeah.
like that actually.
Imagine Julie she watches Silver say that speech. Oh my god.
Julie would be pissed if Mr. Miyagi's reputation is ruined. She would want to take
Yeah,
action
that's
right
a
away.
good one.
That'd be a good
Oh, you
reason
know
for
what?
her to.
Ooh, I thought of something.
Yeah.
Like, what
Okay.
if? Okay, this is just like I said, this is just theory. I'm not saying it happened, but what if the camera actually shows Silver and Daniel fighting each other,
Good.
and that's when it cuts to black, and that's what Julie is seeing.
That'd be pretty
Bro,
cool.
Like-
you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like something like I think by the end of the part 2, they're gonna like it's gonna cut with it's gonna end with the TV. Something with the TV.
But that's what I mean. It's like, what if
What is that?
what if the TV what if it shows Daniel and Silver fighting, and then it cuts, and then Silver like Silver does something really bad to Daniel, and like that's when it cuts to black, and that's what Amanda and Anthony and everybody sees. And then just when we think that's the ending, like we see that Julie actually saw it too.
You know,
And like
that just gave me another good theory about that, Melissa. Not to cut you off, but I just thought of something kind of crazy about that situation. You know how you were saying about you know how you guys were saying about Chosen about Wolf being in that brawl fighting Daniel?
Yeah.
What if it's a situation where he starts, right? And so we know Silver's so powerful and so skilled. So like when Kreese and him are having their moment, Silver just pushes Kreese out of the way. I'm like, look, I have beef with you, and I want to get you, Kreese. But right now, he just kind of comes up almost like Heath Ledger Joker, like Danny boy, and he just like, and then he shows up to Wolf. Is like, Wolf, you need to go away for a sec.
World friends.
Party time.
What if he says that? What if he says that to like just as Wolf is about to fight Daniel?
Yeah.
Like Silver just walks like similar to like Karate Kid 3. Like when Kreese said to Silver about Mr. Miyagi, we're old friends when he was about to when they were about to fight. We're old friends. What if he says that to Wolf? Like what if Wolf's about to fight Daniel and Silver just comes up and says, we're old friends.
I would love to see when Silver does reveal himself to Kreese. I would love Wolf to be there and then him to just be in Kreese's face and be like, we're old friends, and then literally literally show up to him and then literally be like, yeah, this is my true friend right here. The one that actually had my back the entire time. And then just like
if Silver actually does that, you know what I'm gonna say? Silver does that, I'm like, Silver, shut up. He literally saved your life in Vietnam, okay? Silver, shut up, bro. Shut up.
We gotta stop holding that over. That's like old young Kreese like stuff.
Yeah, and then again, don't forget it's Kreese's fault that Silver's back to being Silver again. More Silver.
I get that, but like if you really think about it, Joe, if Kreese didn't help him there, Silver would have died by now.
Yeah.
No, exactly. But you just got to remember that, like, from the moment that Kreese opened that bottle up again, it's gonna be just insane.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, oh, that's interesting.
But yeah, like I said, let's not forget, like it's Kreese's fault that Silver's back in the first place. So
yeah,
like he just kept throwing that right in his face over and over and over and over again.
Oh man. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Joe, imagine a scene like where Silver sees like Wolf about to fight Daniel, and Silver just like walks up to Wolf and same way, and just says to Wolf, "We're old friends," and he proceeds to take Daniel on and cut to black. And like I actually could honestly see like if the TV's showing that like Silver fighting Daniel, and like that's what everybody's like flabbergasted about, you know, and and like I could actually see the final scene where Julie is watching that, and like and like that's when the TV goes off, and like because then now we know she's gonna be in part 3.
I don't know what happened, but because it's the one line we haven't heard Silver say in the show yet. It's not since the actual movies. I still want to see a way that Silver says to Daniel, like even if he were to come out on live television and tell him, I would love to have that moment.
Now the real pain begins, Danny boy.
Yeah, well that'd be great too. But just imagine Wolf's about to fight him, and then maybe Daniel's so busy getting ready to fight Wolf that he doesn't see Silver come up right behind him, and then you just see Silver cocained out, just being super excited. He's like, and he looks at him. He goes, "Wake up and smell the coffee, Mr. LaRusso." Yes. Because I just want to see.
Bro, we need that line back.
I just want to see him.
Daniel's going to be so off balance when he sees Silver.
In part one, we got we got the your karate's a joke. We need to get for Silver. We need to get the wake up and smell the coffee, Mr. LaRusso. We need to see it.
Yep.
That's what
we need that line back.
Apprentice, I agree. They're working together. You can see it on their pendants, man. They both are in the Iron Dragons.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking. What else I was thinking? Like, the line of Silver saying we're old friends.
Yeah.
I did mention this before. I also want to see him say that line again when him and Chosen have a rematch, like to Master Kim.
I would love that.
Oh yeah.
And then Chosen
Yeah, I
just
could
mops
see
the
that.
floor with Silver and Wolf to show that Chosen is in his prime. He's
Imagine
ready
this
to take.
is more of a part 3 thing, but imagine we get like duo fights for the finale of the two awesome Miyagi-Do senses against the two evil villains, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh
imagine
yeah.
first-
Yep.
Imagine that first Johnny and Silver fighting, and then all of a sudden Chosen gets ready, and then Chosen's like, no, and then he's getting ready to fight Wolf, and then Silver steps up to Wolf and Chosen and starts saying as they're standing there, it's like, no, we're old friends. And then he's like, you got Johnny, I got it. I got Mr. Taguchi over here.
Yes.
That line is so iconic. The world friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me.
I think it could happen. It definitely is. It could happen. They could be saving her.
Yeah. We need that Julie and Kim fight.
I mean,
in
it
part
costs
3.
a lot of money for Hilary Swank to be on this show, so I'd imagine if they paid it, they're saving it for us for sure.
I mean, if they're willing to bring Louis Tan into the show, I don't see why they wouldn't want to bring Hilary Swank into the show.
Can we talk about how still flabbergasting it is that they got someone of his caliber? Like, freaking Mortal Kombat actor is about to...
Honestly, W to the victory for getting him. W.
Absolute W, and I just can't wait. Like, I'm going to get... you guys aren't going to be able to shut me up when he shows up on screen and we're watching...
Yeah. Like
I can already imagine
love
Joe's
Who you guys
reaction.
talking about? Who you guys talking about?
I'm
the
excited.
actor who plays Sensei Wolf.
Oh,
Joe, here's the thing, Joe. I
Just the
can just
fact-
imagine the first time they show him, right?
Yeah.
So you're just gonna hear Joe just yelling through the mic.
I just... When I see him, like,
Yeah.
actually... Like, the trailer was good. When I see him, like, fighting in that cage, like... I really hope his intro just shows how absolute ruthless he
Like-
is. And, oh, my gosh.
It's
You guys
definitely
gotta
good.
watch. If you guys want to see him fight, you guys gotta watch the most recent Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah,
I've
and that,
seen scenes of that movie.
but like he's like really good in these other movies on Netflix that he's in. Oh, he totally killed it in Mortal Kombat, dude. He was awesome. I can't wait till they make the second movie. Remember, Andrew lied about No Way Home with him returning. Maybe Hillary. Oh, she's probably lying for sure.
Oh yeah, it's like an
Yeah, she's
Andrew
right.
Garfield
Yeah.
and Tobey
Of
Maguire
course she is.
situation. Yeah, totally.
I mean, they've already caught. I don't know if you remember it, but there was an interview before Part 1 started. We've already caught Ralph lying about her return, pretty much. So I mean,
Yeah.
and that's like the big star of the show. So if Ralph is having a hard time keeping secrets, I mean,
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
hey guys, I'm not gonna tell them, but I'm actually coming back. I'm not gonna tell this to the fans. Shh.
If like one of the big 3 does like a Q&A, you know what I'm gonna ask them without actually telling them to spoil it. I'm like, is there like a Karate Kid legacy character that returns? That's what I'm gonna ask them. And if they say yes, we'll get a legacy character. I'm like, yeah, it has to be Julie.
The one they seem to want us to focus on, even though it's not going to probably be that big of a deal, I think he's just going to be more of a lackey. They really want us to focus in on Dennis being around. But
You know what I heard, Joe?
yeah,
And it's kind of weird to me because I heard, the actor plays Sensei Kim.
yeah,
I heard she wrapped filming. From what I remember, apparently someone said that she wrapped filming after episode 13.
yeah. I remember hearing that. Oh yeah, I heard about this too.
Well, I'm guessing she's not going to be in episode 14 and 15 then. Her last episode's episode 13, which
I mean,
is
her
interesting.
character, like, you can wrap her story up in like, because if you have Julie, maybe Julie fights her, and then I don't know what they would do. It depends
They
how
fight.
long
They
have-
fight. They fight. Episode 13 is what you're basically saying.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe they're
well, like
fighting. Maybe
like
they're
I said,
fighting brutal, and maybe that's what happens. She has to
like I said before, like that could be misleading because like they can easily film scenes out of order. Like they don't always film.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
Exactly.
Tyler. I think it's true because what I'm hearing, because I remember a long time ago. I don't know what day was it. that time where she wrapped filming that, apparently that was after they started filming episode 14. So I think if it is her last episode, we gotta get used to it because,
Yeah.
and she's not even a big character. She's just character just to be
Yeah,
there.
but it might not be true, is what Tyrell's saying. Is it might
Yeah.
not be
I
true.
kind of
There
hope
is
it's
a
true.
chance.
Don't get me wrong. I love Sensei Kim as a character. I just don't find her character that interesting anymore. I don't know what it is.
As long as she fights Julia, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, they could fight episode 13. I feel like people are forgetting. They could fight, and let's not forget what was it Sholo? They fight. There's a fight every episode.
Yep.
Yeah, he
So
did.
you could fight her in episode 13.
It seems like so interesting. Like there's episodes like I'm starting to think like there's fights I know of, but I'm really curious to see in the episodes that we don't expect that there's gonna be fights in.
Yeah,
like
it could be fights you don't even expect. That is true. Like the last thing Sensei Kim ever did something big was season 5.
Well, there's a chance they could be saving her moments
Yeah.
for part 3.
Yeah, they
That's
could.
I think part 2 is where
There's
she'll
a good
really shine.
chance.
I agree. I agree with that term.
It's possible.
Really wonder with yeah, that's true, Jim Tim.
Because according to my fan fiction, I actually made Sensei Kim a real threat in part 1.
I remember.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
had a-
A real beast.
I think, you know what I think they could do? I know what they could do with Sensei Kim as a make her more relevant to the story. I think her main focus will be the whole Tori and Zara rivalry.
yeah.
Because
Wait,
you guys
what?
remember that leak video I sent, right? The leak video of
what-
Zara and Tori.
Pulled her away from the. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
There
so
was a-
Tori, and here's the
Pull up-
thing. Yeah, because I think Sensei Kim's main focus, I think her main focus is Tori and Zara's rivalry. I mean, say it's wrong. Like,
It's gonna see. So I'm really interested in their interactions. This would be so weird after making her punch the stone. How
I
she's
think,
know.
you know what I think? You know, this might sound crazy. I think she's actually gonna apologize to Tori.
I think it could happen. I think between all our, I've said this and I've told Tyrell this. There are only 3 truly evil adults in part 3, and it's Sensei Wolf, Silver, and Master Kim.
Yep.
So to me, when you look at Sensei Kim, I see Sensei Kim as, I don't think she'll get redeemed, but I don't see her as complete evil, and so I think that she could
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, she'll apologize. Maybe
I
she'll
just don't.
apologize.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would rather
Maybe.
not be. Here's the thing. I would rather not have her be the main villain, just because
Wait,
I just don't like.
what were you gonna
Listen,
say,
it's-
Joe?
Oh no, I'm letting. Oh, was Tyrell wanting to say something?
No. I mean, I said I didn't mean to interrupt you before. I apologize. I just said that's a maybe that Kim might apologize. A big,
Yeah.
big maybe.
Here's the thing, Joe. Can I mention something? I
A
want her to apologize to Tori. I've been saying this for all, like, I'm fine with that because I just don't see her as the main villain. I just don't. Like, I've been saying this for like Tori. The thing about Tori and Kim, okay? I know last season that she basically hurt Tori badly, but I feel like this season, I actually think Kim might see a different side from Tori. I don't know what it is.
That's possible because she's close with Kreese, so she's close.
Maybe
with
Kreese
so
is the
it's
reason. You know
possible.
what I mean? You know, my theory is, I think Kreese might be the reason that her and Tori will actually kind of get along.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting, actually.
With Tori
I
is
don't know. I don't like the idea of Tori getting along with anyone in that dojo because I don't like the idea of her being in Cobra Kai. I wouldn't mind if Kim apologized. That I'd be fine with that.
It's all about.
I don't think she'll get along with everyone in that dojo, especially Quan. Like, no, there's no way she's gonna go with Quan. No way, no. Like, let's be honest here.
Yeah, I actually.
What were we saying, Joe?
If
Oh, yeah,
What
Joe,
were you
go.
saying, Joe?
I was gonna say I have
Go.
a feeling that if some of the Cobras make it past part 2, I have a feeling that if you have like some of the Cobras when they split to the big fight into part 3, if Kreese does redeem, I could see some of the students like ending up going in whatever Master Kim has planned. Some of the students that are trained in Korea might just become as more like stormtroopers in like an army of like just like doing whatever Master Kim wants.
Yeah.
And still following the way of the fist. So like if
Yeah.
Quan lives, I think he'll stay a top soldier. And then same with Yoon. Because I think Yoon, I don't necessarily know if Yoon's fully bad, but I think he's definitely enough to do whatever is asked of him. Like, it doesn't think he has loyal. He's a good student, but I don't necessarily think he is loyal to Sensei Kim. Like Sensei Kim liked him a lot, but I don't necessarily think he's that loyal. Although one thing, you guys noticed this in the trailer, it looks like, I'm really curious to see how it goes between the two of them, but it looks like him and Miguel during the tournament Yoon and Miguel seem to get into a pretty big fight in the trailer. You
know what I'm thinking, Joe? And I told this to someone else on a Discord server. I think Miguel's main fight with someone will be with Yoon in part 2.
I think so too. At least Miguel gets a fight. That makes me happy.
Here's how I would picture it, Joe. Yeah. Here's how I would picture it in part 2's fight. I think it'll be Robbie Kwan, Miguel Yoon, Hawk Diego. Hawk and Diego, those two are definitely gonna have a rivalry, especially with the hair. Sam Maria, Tori Zara.
Mm-hmm. That's
Dimitri Kenny. Who would Dimitri and Kenny be rivalries with? That's a good question.
Just causes problems for him.
Yeah, I think Tori and Zara are definitely rivals, and Sam and Maria, because I know a lot of people say, it's Sam and Zara. No, they're not. They didn't even reveal that in the trailer. I don't think Sam and Zara have any problems with each other. I'm going to be honest.
I think they will eventually.
I think it's part 3. Here's the thing. I think that'll happen in part 3. Sam and Zara thing will happen in part 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But that's why they're not showing any of that, because they're saving that for part 3.
Yeah, for part 2 mainly. It's gonna be Sam and Maria, and people gotta get used to that. So I'm just gonna say that.
That's definitely gonna happen. I mean, they definitely they want to show how good that stuff is gonna go. I'm also wondering, because they have all these rivalries set up for the tournament. I wonder, I just keep thinking about one thing that's gonna be shocking, even though we saw it in season 5, but we never saw it to the effect where the rules are so different. What do you think will happen, on a global stage? Because I mean, we don't know really the extent of, obviously Silver showed Kenny and Master Kim showed Silver, but from what we know, we don't think any of these Korean kids can do the silver bullet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we know that they can?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
I'm wondering, because the first time Kenny does it to someone, it's going to be on a global stage, and especially in this tournament, it's going to be crazy.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry.
Because what he did to Hawk was it was.
Oh, don't get me started with that scene, please.
I know. Trust me, don't get me started with it either.
Yeah.
Yep, I think so. Is there a chance?
I have a theory, Joe, and I was actually thinking about this for a while. I don't know if Melissa's gonna like this though, but maybe she might like it if I explain it really well. What if the first time Sam fights Maria? What if Sam actually loses against Maria the first time they fight?
It could happen.
It could happen.
But I think the second time Sam's gonna beat her.
I think it's
Oh yeah.
In order for this tournament is like anything else. What scene does he hate with a passion?
The Kenny and Hawk fight. That's what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
But I could see it happening. I could see it happening. Maria beating Sam the first time.
Yeah,
well, I think
I'm okay with that.
Part of good television and good storytelling is you can't have our heroes be unbeatable all the time. So we need to have our heroes lose so that they can pick themselves up.
I know a lot of people say, but CVO, they showed Sam punching her in the trailer. That's one shot though. They didn't show the whole fight with Sam Maria. Maybe Sam gets 1 point, but then Maria just destroys her the second time, after.
Or that could be the second. Or that could be the second fight.
Yeah,
I think it's the first fight. I think could happen. I think at first Sam's gonna do well, but something's gonna distract Sam. Oh
yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling that might be the second fight where she hits Maria. But I do agree with you that it could be the first that Maria could beat Sam in the first fight. I do agree with that. I don't want
Sam to be like, oh. I don't want them to show Sam as she's the best fighter right now. No. Because let's be honest, bro. Miguel and Robbie, they're on top. No one's stopping those two. I was gonna
Well,
say,
yeah,
like,
as far as the guys, yeah. As far as the guys go, yeah.
because I just don't want Sam to always win a fight. I feel like this is the one fight I'm like, okay,
Well,
maybe
yeah,
Sam should.
that's why I agree with you. I said I agree. Maria could beat Sam in that first fight.
Because if Maria, here's the thing: if Maria did won the tournament before, then that proves it.
Like I said, I definitely agree that Maria could beat Sam in the first fight, and I think
Yeah, I think we're hoping
I just think that the shot that we saw in the trailer where Sam hits Maria, that I think that's the second fight. I think, but
I think that's the first fight. In my opinion,
but like I said, I definitely agree that Maria could beat Sam in the first fight. And
I was gonna say,
definitely agree with that. I definitely support that theory.
I was
Right?
gonna say, by the way, I was gonna say, that shot you said in the trailer, I personally think that's the first fight. That's just me because they only showed 1 second of that. They didn't show like 3-minute fight with that shot. Like I think it was just like,
right. I mean, I don't know. It could be the first fight, but I think it's the second fight. But like I said, I agree. Maria's probably going to beat Sam the first time.
What did someone say in the private chat? I agree, Underground, because I feel like if
Yeah.
Sam wins every match, I'm gonna be a little annoyed. I'm like, why would you make her keep winning the fight? Like, I love Sam, but like, you can't just keep making her win. Like, you gotta at least get one loss.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I said, I agree. I think Maria will beat Sam in the first.
No, I'm not talking
first
about that,
time.
Melissa. I'm talking about like loss, like individual fights. Like she needs to lose some fights, some matches, not all of them. Like,
Yeah, she probably will. She probably will.
I will say this, Jim Tim, to your point. If, and I think he will, when Dimitri gets injured, Jim Tim, you're gonna see something in Hawk that you've not seen in a long time. Like he's gonna awaken, and it's gonna be really bad.
Oh yes, Joe. I mean, we know what we're talking about here.
Like I'm starting to get the feeling, in the trailer when that Tiger Strike guy punches Dimitri the way he is. You look at the way he hits Dimitri.
Wait, Joe, you just gave me an idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
When that fight happens, right, where he punches Dimitri, that's probably gonna set up their fight, Hawk and Tiger Strike's fight in episode 10's The Brawl.
Because if you remember, in the brawl that happens, Hawk's not, to show how skilled Hawk is. Hawk's not just fighting one Tiger Strike guy; he's fighting multiple. So
he's just going all in. He's just destroying them. Like they're nothing. Like Roman's not gonna go easy, bro. He's not gonna go easy this time. He's gonna come back to his prime.
You're gonna see him go crazy, man. Eli's gonna be people need to watch out for this match.
I think you mean season 3, right? Underground season 3 Hawk. Yeah. So I actually want them to bring back season 3 Hawk.
When his binary brother is on the mat in serious pain, he's gonna be all day.
Hawk's gonna be pissed.
I agree. I agree. Underground. They need to bring season 2 Hawk back.
You mean season 3?
I would say season 3 because season 2, I didn't like season 2 Hawk.
Season 2 wasn't that good.
Great.
When did Hawk have his
both season 2 and season 3?
Yeah, but Melissa, but here's the thing, Melissa. We're talking about skills because season 2 Hawk was terrible. Like he was a punchy bag in season 2. Season 3, on the other hand, that Hawk was something else. I was saying.
Although I don't know, because if you watch him in the school fight, he was like on steroids.
Yeah, but he got destroyed by Dimitri.
When did Hawk have his red hair?
Kicks him into the trophy.
It was season 2 and season 3, Underground. Season 2 and season 3. It was both seasons.
They made him. What they did, Melissa, is it's an old trick in Hollywood. They made him seem. Oh, that's cool. They made him seem very, very, very like skilled against faceless opponents. But then once Dimitri showed up, then they made Dimitri just clap him. Like,
yeah, that's why I love season 3 Hawk a lot. I love season 3 Hawk because.
I mean, don't forget though, before Hawk faced Dimitri, like he was already beating people up. Like he was already kind of like getting worn down.
I get that, but like season 3 Hawk.
I'm just saying, like, no, I agree. They need season 3 Hawk back, but I also wouldn't mind if they did like a combination,
that's
like like season 2 and season 3 Hawk.
If you remember, season
combination.
3 Hawk never lost a fight because in the arcade fight, breaks Dimitri's arm, breaks through almost everyone.
Bro, this dude was not holding back in season 3. Bro was not holding
Did
back.
No, he really wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have and then when he teamed up with Dimitri in the end, he went ham. Like he destroyed the Russo house.
Bro, you know that one part in the Hots fight where he smashes the guy with the glass thing on the guy's face? Oh my god, I'm like, damn hard.
Dude, I remember when me and Jake did our watch party for season 3 for the first time, and I just remember watching season 3 and going like, when Hawk goes up to Dimitri and he says, "I'm sorry for all of it," and just, oh my gosh.
When they team up, bro. I'm gonna say right now, this is why I love season 3. This is why season 3 is my favorite. This is why.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely some great moments in season 3. Yeah,
Like, I love that
I
scene.
missed
but
the red, and I like the red. Wish we could have got the red back.
I want the purple back. They wasted the
Purple
purple.
would be good. We only got the one scene with the purple, so it'd be nice to get the purple back.
Like, bro, they wasted that. Like, why would you waste that? There's no point.
Too bad we don't think we're gonna get the blue until part 3.
Yeah, because I remember I think it was
Yeah.
Jacob actually mentioned that he doesn't get until, I think he said episode 13, if I can remember.
I'm so sick of the red, white, and blue Mohawks though. Just
The American Mohawk. The only
Yeah.
reason why they did it is because of the Seka Taika. Obviously, he needs to represent his
I just
country.
feel like they could have done something better than having have it had to be Team USA. Why couldn't they done something that just was
Do you think they would have done it? I feel like what they could have done, Joe, is that they could have made it a little. They could have put like the back Mohawk red, the middle blue, and then the top white. That's how I would have done it.
Well, what I would have done is since they've gone all full out Miyagi-Do, he should have just had like a Miyagi focused, like Mohawk, like put some green in there for the bonsai tree, and then
Orange,
I think that would have been better.
green, orange, red.
I think that would have been cool. I mean, that would have been a cool color.
Or actually, no, green, orange, black. I think green, orange, black is better. Like,
Or what
imagine
about
that.
green, what about green, yellow, and black?
That would work too.
Like, I feel like the Miyagi colors is what he should have went with.
Yeah, I think. I mean, because in season 4 he wins in Miyagi-Do, and then you get to see him come full circle, and then now he is. They are Miyagi-Do, so it just would have made sense. Yeah, I agree, Jim too. And the purple was dope. I'd love to see the purple return. It would have been so cool. It was so awesome.
I want that Cobra Kai jacket from the one that Quan is wearing.
And I want to crease the jacket. I want to
Like,
get
the one that Kreese and Quan, like the ones they're wearing. I want them.
I want to get Wolf's hoodie, man. When he's talking to Johnny, the hoodie he's got with the Iron Dragon.
You know, I want to get Joe. I want to get the Cobra Kai Korean geese.
Yeah, the geese look sick. When they rolled up, one
Yeah.
thing part 1, when Quan rolled up with Tori and everyone at the end of part 1, oh my gosh!
Like, I think I'm gonna get the Cobra Kai Korean gi, and I want to get the Iron Dragon's gi. That one I want to get for sure.
Iron Dragon's view would be sick. I love just the back.
Bro,
I agree. It did represent balance. Yeah, that was so cool.
Yep.
It's just so cool. I just can't believe that we're finally gonna be watching this next week. It's just amazing.
no, next week is gonna be the Cobra Kai week. I don't care what it says.
Yeah.
So too, Tim, that's a good idea. They better I know John said, "Oh, I was just talking about part 3." They better start putting out merch when they're promoting part 3 because I'm getting sick of this. These last 2 parts in terms of marketing. Like, look, it's great they had trailers and a poster sometimes, but they should just be every freaking day. There should be we should be hearing.
Let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest, bro. The last time they ever done marketing for the show was season 4. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Agreed.
Also, I have a feeling on Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll get the first 8 minutes for part 2.
That could happen.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I don't care. I'll watch it. Because I want to know how this is going to start. I think I know how it's going to start, Joe.
I don't know about you guys, but I think Miyagi-Do Sekai Taikagi should have been the Karate Kid 2 look with the red top.
You know what they could? I've been saying this for a while. I gotta say, I love the Korean geese, the Cobra Kai geese, the Iron Dragons, but People don't talk about the Dublin Thunder Geese. That Dublin Thunder Geese looks sick, bro.
Some
The
of
orange
the
one.
they have really good designs. You can
Like
tell.
the orange one looks sick. The
Really-
Tiger Strike geese look cool too.
I was really surprised. Now I never thought about that chosen when they put Tiger Strike on the poster. So it's like there must be some pretty big stuff with Tiger Strike if they're that
I mean,
prominent.
it makes sense because he has some sort of rivalry with Hawk now. If that's what's gonna happen, like,
It'd be so wild.
and then
Hawk-
another gi I want to get. You know the Spain dojo with the yellow geese jaw. I want to get that
Yeah,
gi
those are
too.
pretty cool too. I like those ones with the Panthers. They're pretty cool.
The West
Yeah.
End Warriors. I feel like Underground would get the West End Warrior geese. I have a feeling Underground would get those.
Underground, you can get the Weston Warrior geese.
I have a feeling.
I would.
He said I would.
Like, bro, like he gets that, and then I get the Cobra Kai Korean gi because my dojo for the game is Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would have been fun. That
Yeah,
would've been
next
some
week. Yeah, next week we're gonna play that game that that we
Yeah,
mentioned, Joe.
We're gonna have a lot more time next week because we're gonna be up for a long time.
Yeah, we'll play that game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think we'll probably call it here because I want to go. I had to get some rest before, so I had to get up early to go to work. But this was a great stream, and
Yeah.
well, that's awesome, Zach.
Hey,
And it's gonna
hey,
be
hey, if you guys want to stop by my stream, I might do a watch party for the Minnesota Wild game night because
pretty cool.
Minnesota Wild are on fire so far this year, and I'm gonna watch the game
Okay.
night.
But yeah,
Be
we'll see
amazing.
you guys.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys.
All right, everybody here, have a great night. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Next
You too.
next Friday, next Thursday,
Okay.
next Friday. Get ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let the
Yep.
games
All
begin.
right.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Let the games begin.